Okay. I really don't like this idea. I've come to that conclusion. But... oh, I don't see any other choice. Alright. Well, Doctor?
Hello.
We can't get to the memories in that implant. There's a lock.
We've already had this discussion. You said there was a way to break it?
Tell me you have a way past this, Doctor.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
I understand we've already had this conversation. You don't need to explain it again, and I get it. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
There really is no other way to do this. Is now a bad time to mention I'm a little bit claustrophobic? And you're putting me inside a transparent coffin. Or you're telling me to get inside a transparent coffin. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's the only way we're gonna figure out what's on that. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Can we make this quick, please, Doc? I'm feeling a little cramped.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there.
Good.
We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find.
Okay.
They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Oh, okay. What happened? Am I dead? Please don't tell me I'm dead. Hello? Is anybody?
Can you hear me?
Out there?
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be
What?
working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
You didn't happen to slip me a Mickey first, did you?
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Okay. Is this normal?
Remember, you are experiencing
I don't
these
think
memories
this
as
is
Kellogg.
normal.
This may prove disorienting at first.
You think? A little? I'm walking through a brain. Okay. Nice and easy. Let's not fall into the endless void. Okay. I'm not normally afraid of heights, but when there is no bottom, suddenly that changes things. Okay. Easy does it. Try to remember, this is all in my head. What? Okay, what do we have here?
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Okay.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
So I really am inside your brain. Brain of a dead guy. Dead guy I murdered.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him, I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
So you had a rough childhood. Am I supposed to feel sympathy for you? Does that justify you murdering my better half and stealing my son?
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone
the
else is going to
NCR.
keep them safe.
New
Teacher
California
at school
Republic?
said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if
What are they
that's what they're
talking
teaching
about?
you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this.
Oh,
You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless.
is that the
but
same
you
gun
will
I
turn
took
out
off
like
his
him.
corpse?
You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
Well,
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
he definitely learned how to use it.
There appears to be another intact memory
Oh,
close
God.
to you in temporal sequence. There.
You want me to go where?
Try that one.
Okay. I can't exactly stick around here. But I really don't like this. This does not make me feel comfortable. Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't
The hub?
kill people for a living.
What's the hub?
Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
Okay, okay.
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance.
Sarah.
I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter?
Cute kid.
No,
Reminds me
I
of
never
Sean.
deserved her. Not for 1 second.
I'm not saying this was a mistake.
The happy
just-
little family.
Are you sure these guys know what they're doing?
Kind of like the
They
one you
seem
robbed
kinda
me of.
Green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
So he used to be a normal
I
guy.
never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking
The
tough.
she?
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Who are the she?
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe.
There's that gun
I
again.
promise.
I think it is the one I've got.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really
Connie.
happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Your name is Connie.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Oh god, here we go again. I'm getting better at this, but it's still not the greatest. Oh jeez. So he had a family. So where'd they go? Is that what I'm about to find out now?
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
Uh-oh.
Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
So
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
somebody killed his family. Okay. So he knows how I feel. But that doesn't justify what he did. What else are we gonna find?
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Interesting armor.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Oh, we'll pay you.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me.
So he's been a
That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere.
hired gun for quite a long
Didn't matter to
time.
me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
He was quite the charming guy. Didn't care who he killed or why, as long as it paid the bills. Not my sort of life. Still, I'm beginning to understand what it is that turned him into what he was. Still doesn't excuse him murdering my family.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the
These
world had it coming.
metalheads.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want? The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
It's pretty clever.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
He's good. He was good. Till he met me.
We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here.
This is still creepy.
There's one that looks mostly intact.
Please tell me
Connecting
we're
now.
almost there. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Wait, you're looking at me.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me.
There's the asshole I remember.
It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I know that number.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Can we just get this over with? I really don't want to see this again.
This is the one.
Oh God, there they are.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
No regrets, you
Open
mother.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost.
I can't watch. I can't.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you
Wow.
once.
It's weird looking at myself.
Sean.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too.
You better believe it.
If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
I'm amassing an army, and it won't be long.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence.
My only regret is I can't kill you again, you sick bastard.
What's the holdup? I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Yep, because reliving my worst trauma is exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you for that, Doctor. Sean?
Is that your son? This appears to
Sean.
be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
He's grown up quite a lot.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
You shouldn't put it past him.
Wasn't
Sean.
my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City.
How old
I
is he
thought it was
now?
a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But
You
there's
don't
no going
deserve
back.
the happy ending.
I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but
So,
Mayor, he's gonna.
oh, Travis.
I probably shouldn't have even
Kellogg.
said anything.
Whoa!
It's okay.
A
One
courser.
of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Well, play some music.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in.
Damn.
They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
He looks real.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
This has got to be
Left?
what we're looking for.
As in,
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
File?
wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So,
So somebody defected.
I guess you're taking the kid back with
Does
you.
that mean there was somewhere I can find them?
Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
If anything like this had ever happened before, I'd never heard of it. Maybe a sign that the old man was losing his grip. Finding someone in the glowing sea wasn't gonna be any picnic.
Glowing sea?
I never expected an Institute egghead to give me so much trouble.
Wait, what's the glowing sea?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Can someone please Hey, Doc. Doc, are you there? What's this glowing sea?
88. Ready to relay with Sean.
Relay?
Hi, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again.
Too many
soon.
questions. Whoa!
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found
Does
the
it?
entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
No, I'm ready. I'm all done with this circus ride. Oh, wow, what a fun house. And not the good kind either.
Slow movements, okay?
I
I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
I don't suppose you
No
have an
one's
aspirin.
ever done this before.
Curie, get out of the way.
How do you feel?
Like I just got done with a really bad movie.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
So we learned that the Institute uses teleportation, but they're also looking for somebody named Virgil, who escaped.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right.
Can you elaborate
no
on
one would
that?
risk going there, not even to hide.
What's the glowing sea?
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds.
Oh, goody.
That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
So... looks like I get to go, get superpowers. Or die. Probably die.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
That's the real question. How the hell is he surviving?
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Oh. Okay, but you still haven't answered whether or not you have any, like, aspirin. That thing gave me a raging headache. And now I get to go wandering through a part of the wastelands. So irradiated that it's called the glowing sea. Like, what on earth? Nick, what can you tell me about this?
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for
What?
inside my head.
Kellogg?
That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
How the hell?
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Well, I need to know more about this glowing sea.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for.
Power armor.
That,
okay.
or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Well, I do have some of those too. Yeah. No offense, Nick, but if I get too irradiated, I'm gonna need someone to help heal me, and Curie can do that. So I'm gonna hold on to her for now.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Okay. What do you think, Curie? Like, well, I suppose I have a reason to go back to Sanctuary now. I've got to pick up some power armor. Just hope I have enough fusion cores. Maybe I should think about doing something else for a little bit.
Hey, everyone, gather around. Hey, let me ask you something.
Okay.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Oh, yeah. Holding up. That's...
I don't know, Nick. My family's in tatters. I've been dropped into this place where everything's trying to kill me. You tell me.
Well, I'd expect you to feel lost, scared, and mad as hell. I sure did. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
CPG, broken mask? What are you talking about?
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to do something about them before I establish the new Minutemen order. Because, I don't want the same thing happening to me. What is this broken mask?
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. And security finally put enough holes in him to drop him. They say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
That's that one that Piper was talking about in her paper. She wrote about it. That's her evidence to think that McDonough's a synth. It's all hogwash, if you ask me. But then again, I don't really know a lot about synths. So why did they let you in?
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd known for an evening.
I get
Turns
you.
out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Okay. That explains a little bit.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Definitely enlightening. Some valuable information in that. Makes me understand a little bit more why the Institute is so hated. Between that and Kellogg's life story, I'm just... I don't know how I feel right now. Let's go see if I can take a nap, maybe.
Fred, are you going to hang out in the lobby all day again, or are you actually going to go down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those chems either. Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Wait, so he's selling drugs and you're promoting it? I don't suppose I have any. I don't even know what's in my
Oh man,
inventory.
someone new. You need some Jetman, home brewed, reasonable prices?
I suppose.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Everything's been tested, personally.
Yeah, that doesn't reassure me very much. But I need to get rid of some things. Could always use some more caps. I don't know if I want to keep that or not. There's a few things in here I can get rid of. Mostly things like that. I have enough pistols and such already. This thing's interesting. I think I'll hold on to that. Get rid of this one, though. And that's just weighing me down. I'm never gonna bring that out and throw it around. See, there's another pistol. I got too many of these things. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. It's definitely the same gun. Okay. Oh, crap. I didn't even realize he doesn't have enough caps. And I'm not really into chems. But you don't have anything I do want either. Like some Nuka-Cola, perhaps. I've got a lot of these. You know what? I don't need the money for these. Just take them. I don't want these things. There. Okay. So, not that I don't already have enough of my own things to do here, but, do you...
Fred.
You... I love you. If all my customers were you, that would be super swell.
Dude.
Now I got all kinds of chems looking for a home.
We just met. But do you have anything I could help out with?
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might be perfect. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries?
I've heard of them.
A few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world. You get me something, I pay you 200 caps.
200? Is that all?
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
It's not easy, not very hard to figure out where your mind is. That being said, my mind is just full of ugh.
Before you even start, let's get to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
I'll take
Here's
it.
your caps.
The room is on the top floor. When you come to the hallway, it's the last one on the right.
Okay. I guess I'll go upstairs. You said the last one on the right. Whoa! You! It's you!
Hey there.
What? No, it can't. It's you.
That's what I said.
From Sanctuary Hills.
You're from
right?
Vault-Tec.
Wait, are you from Vault-Tec?
I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that possible?
Lotion, proper diet, lots of exercise.
The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
You're not a freak. Honestly.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
That's gonna change. You can settle with me.
Hey, you know, you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay. I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right?
Absolutely.
I'll see you there.
I actually have to go back that way to pick up a set of power armor so that I can go run through some place called the Glowing Sea. But before I do that, I think it's time for a little bit of a nap.